Thank you for joining today's showcase. I'm Amy Pearl from Work Ignited. This webinar was originally created by the PXT Select team. As an authorized partner, I'm happy to share it with you so you can build a high-performing sales team. Tell me about your product. Hearing that from a prospect isn't an invitation to spout off facts or specs or perks. You can get that from a website. Hearing this request from a prospect provides a golden opportunity to communicate value. It's an opportunity to create a human connection and stir the emotion that compels a prospect to make a decision that turns them into a customer. Try establishing that level of connection through a website. It just doesn't happen. That's why salespeople play such a pivotal role in the success of a business. But without the right people in the right roles, and without equipping these individuals and teams with the training and support they need to stir that emotion and communicate that value, companies miss out on that golden opportunity to drive sales. Why do companies fail to get high performers in sales positions? Well, in many instances, it comes down to this. Organizations lack the right information they need to make informed talent decisions that predict future job success, or, let's be honest, failure. Companies are missing information that goes deeper than resumes, recommendations, and performance reviews. Without a complete picture of the individuals they hire or promote, companies struggle to put the right salespeople into places where they can boost the company's bottom line. So today, I want to show you an easy way that you can change that. Today, we'll review how PXT Select helps you select the right people for the role and build effective teams. Then, I'll share 8 critical sales practices required to build an effective all-star sales team. And finally, I'll review the full value of PXT Select as a tool for coaching and managing sales performance. So, what approach do you take to build an ultra-performing sales team? We'll walk through 4 easy steps. Step 1. Start at the individual level. Sales teams are built at the individual level, person by person, one at a time. Understanding how people think and work and what motivates them helps you match people to the right roles now and in the future. Without the right individuals in place, it becomes challenging for the overall team to succeed. That's why selecting the right person for each sales role is so critical. That's where job fit comes in. Job fit predicts a person's ability to find success in a role. According to a Harvard Business Review article, the job fit approach accurately predicts job success more than any of the commonly accepted factors like education, experience, or training. With job fit talent selection, you can measure candidates' personal characteristics against a set of characteristics that predict future success or failure on the job. This may sound complicated, but with PXT Select, we make it simple. With PXT Select, we start by understanding your high performers. We measure 20 different characteristics that assess an individual's cognitive ability, behavioral skills, and motivational interests to determine if they fit. Then, we compare candidates to the ideal performance model. For example, if the assessment identifies a sales candidate as a highly independent worker, and that's what the applicable position calls for, congratulations, you've identified a great fit employee. On the other hand, if a person is highly collaborative, they might not be such a good fit. It all depends on what you're looking for. It boils down to this. When a salesperson's characteristics match those demonstrated by your high performers, they're likely to be a better fit and more successful. As a psychometric tool that measures job fit, our clients tell us that PXT Select is a complete game changer and an integral part of their talent selection and development process. PXT Select is a powerful tool designed to drive business results by connecting business strategy to talent strategy. Business strategy. Where does the organization need to go to achieve its goals? Talent strategy. What roles are needed? Who's the right fit for those roles? And how can people be engaged and developed to their full potential? Our solution helps organizations answer the who and the how by aligning people to a role based on the traits most important to perform those jobs successfully, and then nurturing them to their full potential. And when this is achieved, the organization benefits from lower turnover, higher satisfaction, and higher performance. 20 different variables shed light into how people think and work and what interests them, and benchmarks them against the role requirements. The data collected from the PXT Select assessment is used to create a personalized candidate profile that provides insight about all 20 measures. This can be done for every person that's being considered for the role, so you can assess them objectively and with confidence to make a smart talent decision. Let me introduce you to Oliver Chase. He's a sales associate for a food manufacturing company. He's been in his role for 5 years, and he's consistently a top performer. However, he's looking for a change, and he's exploring other positions within your company. His manager is supportive of possibly promoting him to a sales manager position, or maybe even looking at other roles within the company. They decide to use PXT Select to help guide what might be the best move for him and the company. Here's a snapshot of Oliver's results for the sales associate role he has today. Data from Oliver's assessments created a personalized profile that compares Oliver's personal characteristics against what's required to successfully perform in the current job. The higher the number, the closer the fit. His individual characteristics are noted by his initials, and they're benchmarked against the current job requirements that are highlighted by the shaded areas. As you can see, he's a good match for his current position with a 79% fit. This area shows Oliver's thinking style, or his results from the cognitive portion of the assessment. PXT Select evaluates both verbal and numerical skills and reasoning. At 95%, Oliver's an excellent fit here. Here you see the 9 personality or behavioral traits. At 66%, Oliver is just slightly below our recommended fit threshold of 70%. He seems to be a little less sociable than the position requires, and also a bit more cautious in his decision-making than a typical bold salesperson would be. You can also see Oliver's top motivational interests, where again, he meets the threshold. Overall, his overall fit score is 79%. Hopefully, you're considering multiple candidates for the sales manager position. The PXT Select Multiple Candidate Report helps you compare all the candidates against each other, in addition to comparing them against the job fit requirements, to see who has the best fit. The higher the number, the closer the fit. Overall, Oliver appears to be a good fit, although Tony and Bruce score higher. With Oliver's PXT Select data in the system, you can also compare his results against other positions to identify the best fit. In this instance, they find out that Oliver would also be a great match for a sales manager role with an 85% fit. On the left are the results for his current job as a sales associate. On the right are the results for his potential job as a sales manager. Oliver's scores stayed the same. However, what did change are the shaded areas. What he's being compared to is now different, and his overall fit has increased to 85%. Based on this data, Oliver was selected for the sales manager role. So now the question is, what does this mean when it comes to building and designing the team? It's critical that you not only select great sales individuals, but that you also build successful teams capable of leveraging each other's strengths and managing differences while striving to achieve sales goals. Building high-performing sales teams depends on an organization's ability to anticipate issues and to understand possible opportunities while designing teams. According to Harvard Business Review, high-performing teams include members with a balance of skills, diversity in knowledge, ability, views, and perspectives, as well as in age, gender, and race. They can really help a team become more successful. Do you agree? Imagine for a moment a team comprised of thoughtful, trusting, and steady-paced salespeople. How would the team dynamic change if a new salesperson joins the team who has a very assertive and strong-willed style? With the addition of new team members, the overall team dynamics are likely to shift. There might be differences in how people communicate, how they react to conflict, how they make decisions, and how they take action in pursuit of a common goal. Let's go back to our team example. We know Oliver Chase fits the job, but will he fit the team? The team report is a great tool for predicting team dynamics. Based on the information provided, you can make better informed talent decisions. It compares potential candidates and team members with one another to provide insight on their behavioral characteristics, strengths, and challenges. Remember the example I shared a bit ago? Let's talk about assertiveness. Imagine the woman here is Rita Bauer. On the assertiveness spectrum, she's on the far left of the team report, whereas Jim Miller is on the far right. The 4 other team members, Oliver Chase being one of them, are in the middle. According to the job requirements, you wanted people to fall in the middle, but few people are a perfect match on every competency. Your team report will predict high-risk areas and provide advice to create collaboration among diverse team members. Sharing this information and creating ground rules and team norms will ensure success. Now that I've shown you some tools to hire great salespeople and to build a high-performing sales team, let's talk about what attributes set top salespeople apart from the competition. PXT Select has identified 8 critical practices that can make or break the effectiveness of each of your sales reps. Be sure to consider these 8 practices when writing job descriptions, building performance models, creating interview questions, conducting those interviews, onboarding people, even designing your job training programs. First is prospecting. The ability to seek out new business is a basic requirement for salespeople, but identifying new business is only a piece of the process when it comes to landing new clients. The willingness to go after a potential customer, even in the face of anticipated rejection, requires resilience and even stubbornness in some cases. High-performing salespeople are relentless. They're always looking for opportunities among both prospects and with existing customers. Second, initiating contact. High performers know how to engage with a prospect by giving them a compelling reason to sacrifice their valuable time. High-performing salespeople use their confidence and acumen to establish a connection and add value quickly. Next is building and maintaining relationships. Successful salespeople build their success on relationships. High-performing salespeople put in the time and effort to get to know their clients or prospects as people first. They invest in the relationship and work hard at becoming a trusted advisor. Fourth, closing the sale. Companies measure the success of salespeople by recording each sale. High performers keep conversations progressing even when there are unknown aspects to what the client wants or needs. High-performing salespeople are self-starters. Whether internally motivated by the challenge ahead or only focused on a positive outcome, being a great salesperson requires perseverance. The most successful salespeople take the initiative to identify and understand the hard work necessary for achieving results. Resourcefulness. Defined as the ability to find quick and clever ways to overcome difficulties, resourcefulness is a core tenet of sales. In high performers, resourcefulness means the ability to think of creative solutions for your clients that meet their needs. High performers overcome objections and even internal obstacles that could prevent success. Here's a tough one: coachability. Coachability entails a desire to improve, learn, and adapt. Top salespeople are open to the feedback of others, and they incorporate new ideas into their sales techniques. They demonstrate a commitment to development and see even negative feedback as an opportunity to learn and improve. Finally, working with a team. Some see sales as an individual endeavor, but typically salespeople are part of a larger machine and must be able to work with others to achieve shared goals. Now let me show you how these 8 sales practices come to life in Oliver's PXT Select report. This section is divided into the 8 sales practices, and it's customized specifically for Oliver's behavioral scales and how he might demonstrate them in his role. It's a great coaching tool for his boss. After all, bosses matter a great deal, especially when it comes to learning and development. Exceptional leaders create career progression opportunities for their team members. They personalize their coaching, support, and teaching efforts based on how their people think and work and what motivates them. They understand the nuances of how people are wired and adjust their actions accordingly. As a result, they keep their teams engaged and excited. Managing each salesperson in this way might sound daunting or downright impossible to many managers given the demands on their time, but with a tool like PXT Select, this is not only possible, it can be simple. Let's go back to Oliver. The PXT Select coaching report provides a deeper understanding of his motivations, strengths, and challenge areas. The report provides useful tips on how Oliver might approach different aspects of his role to maximize his performance and drive optimal results. For example, in his current role as a sales associate, Oliver doesn't fit the performance model for assertiveness. He's much more forceful than what the position requires. Here are some insights about him and how his manager can coach and develop him so that he can stretch out of his comfort zone and optimize his performance in this role. In a nutshell, PXT Select is a simple solution that helps you across all your talent management needs, from hiring and selection to employee development to team building. What I shared with you today can be summarized in our simple 4-step implementation process. The first step of the implementation framework helps you plan and identify the job requirements needed for sales candidates to be successful. By understanding early on what the ideal sales candidate looks like, sales managers and recruiters get on the same page early and proactively. The second step is to assess sales candidates objectively to make better informed talent decisions. By using data-driven talent insights, sales managers can determine how well a candidate fits the job requirements and predict future job success or potential points of failure. After assessing sales candidates, you're ready to choose with confidence the right person for the role. Our solution helps you objectively compare candidates against the job requirements to understand if and how they fit the requirements of the job. Lastly, having the right information about your salespeople will help you engage and develop them to their full potential. With personalized candidate data, you understand how to best support the team in doing their jobs effectively when they first accept the role and at every point after that. Our full suite of reports helps managers onboard and get new employees up to speed quickly. They help employees develop skills to perform jobs effectively and build career paths. And they establish succession plans and so much more. Are you ready to create a high-performing sales team? If yes, then the secret is out. Job Fit and PXT Select are the keys to your success. Optimize your talent selection and development process. Engage your workforce to drive results. Reduce hiring bias. Replicate top performers. Decrease the cost of bad hires. And develop high-performing individuals, teams, and leaders. When you match talent to opportunity and then equip and empower managers to coach and develop their employees, you're not just developing talent, you're creating a high-performing sales team. Are you ready to learn more? Let's talk. I'm happy to review a proven performance model with you and show you samples of the more than dozen reports you can get from just one PXT Select assessment. Or why don't you try PXT Select or pilot it for your next hire for free? Just go to our website, workignited.com, to schedule a discussion with me, or email me directly at amy@workignited.com. I look forward to helping you create a high-performing sales team. Thank you for joining me.